Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. Through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the $1 Million Challenge. So if anybody's not aware of this is a journey investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategy called compound return investing. The objective is try to get 201 trades, each with an average return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades, we do take into account losses. So for further details about how to join us for less than $9 a month, information is available in the description below. In today's video we're going to be looking at MMTLP and some new potential evidence in terms of what may have happened. We're also going to be looking at a new website for MMTLP by the name of Let It Trade, and we're also going to be looking at ticker symbol CRTD, so stay tuned for that. Before we make a start, let's have a quick look at what's happening in the markets. So headline here from Market Watch on the right hand side, we can see here the stock market today. Dow Jones is down approximately 340 points and has been trimming losses. We've also got serious concerns with regards to Credit Suisse rescue talks, so that is obviously putting bank stocks also in significant danger. So if we have a look at the heat map, and if you look at the financial services in the middle, the banks have taken a major hit today, especially credit services, as insurance, capital markets, and also the banking sector. So communication sector has been a little bit better, but overall a significant red day. Now if we have a look at specific banking stocks here today, we can see one of the biggest ones taking a hit. Number one, Credit Suisse, down approximately 23%, and amongst others we have PacWest, First Republic, Fifth Third, Western Alliance, Goldman Sachs also down, Citigroup and JP Morgan. So I think there was a little bit of a recovery yesterday, but not again, still a little bit high risk right now as we've seen today. But let's get a perspective from Charles Payne, and what he is saying is all of the turmoil in the market goes back to the reckless leadership and fading public trust. No political or economic system can survive without these elements. And final thing I'd like to share with you is a little bit of a history in terms of what happens when the markets panic, people panic. So again, we've seen this on many occasions in the past, but one of the biggest times of fear was around about 1907. If we have a look at the chart here, looking at Dow Jones Industrials, and you'll see that every time we hit a very strong low or we experience extreme panic, there is always a huge recovery. So I do expect that to happen, and one of the reasons why I expect that to happen is I think inflation is close to being tackled, hopefully close to being under control. And once we get a little bit of stability on inflation, I do expect some sort of positive recovery. What I'd now like to do is share with you a new website for MMTLP, so go ahead and check this out. It's letittrade.com, and between each letter there is a dash, so let-it-trade.com. So let's on the website here we can see the key links at the bottom is obviously a section for help us to fight. And I think you can make some financial contributions there. There's a link there to the MMTLP studios as well as the YouTube channel, and all your contact details for contacting Congress and making your voice heard are also available there. As well as that, we have the Fair Markets Now link and also MMTLP resources, which you can direct to any potential investigative journalists as well. So if we now have a look at the MMTLP Studios YouTube page, which I think is something you should go ahead and subscribe. You'll see some excellent testimonials there, and also new videos being shared. And the one video in particular I think you should all try to go ahead and have a look at on the screen here is by the name of Revolution MMTLP Let It Trade. So this is also an excellent video for people who want to know the MMTLP story, what our key concerns are, what happened in the markets, and in terms of some of the questions that we are asking but are not being answered. Let's now have a look at a very interesting post from Scott. So shout out here to Scott, who's just tweeted here. He said, "Never interrupt your enemy while he is making a mistake." So this is a quotation from Napoleon Bonaparte, and in terms of the tweet here, what Scott has stated here is that TD Ameritrade is just handed us all in MMTLP and FINRA fraud the keys to the kingdom. So big suggestion here, and what he's saying is what TD Ameritrade have done is they've ID'd GTS as the supplier of the bogus shares. So we're talking about synthetic shares as well. To TDA members, we are now in their wires. So let's have a look at the evidence in question from TD Ameritrade. So this is something that is dated 28th of February 2023, and this is sent directly to Scott. And if we have a look at what's stated by TD Ameritrade, it says, we appreciate you taking the time to reach out to us, and have a wonderful day. And the person who's responded here goes by the name of Eric Riedmeyer, and he's from client services. But the section that I've highlighted is where they may have made a potential mistake, and what they have said here is the market maker your order was routed to is GTS. So again, they seem to have identified GTS. We all know about GTS. We all know what role they potentially had in the creation of MMTLP. So this is also strongly suggesting that GTS may be behind the synthetic shares. So certainly I think this hopefully will be great evidence for Richard, for Rosa, as well, and also for John Berder. So I think they will be tagged into this post, but I think this is excellent evidence and hopefully should be shared by all members of the community. I'd like to finish off by having a look at ticker symbol CRTD. So shout out here to Roger James Hamilton, who posted earlier. He stated, what happens when an exchange doesn't allow naked shorts or any short selling? So I'm personally not in favor of shorts existing. I believe hedge funds and shorting a stock should not be allowed. I think if it is criminalized, I think the markets will be much more fairer. I don't believe that shorting a stock is positive. Whether or not it creates volume is irrelevant. I think you should let companies trade according to their true value and not have companies gambling on their failure. So it states here, CRTD shares on the OTC 11 cents, on blockchain based upstream exchange 60 cents, so we're looking at 445% higher. JUPW on Nasdaq 34 cents, on upstream 95 cents, so again that one 179% higher. So let's now have a look at the chart today at time of editing for ticker symbol CRTD, and we know the market was significantly red today, and ticker symbol CRTD today up in excess of 32.74%. so congratulations to everybody who got in to CRTD. So this is a strong suggestion of what may happen in the market with all companies if they are allowed to trade at fair value. They're allowed to trade without shorting or naked shorting, and obviously the benefit for many tech stocks and many bio stocks is that they will be less at risk of failure, less at risk of shutting down. And so hopefully a good example here. And finally, thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.